We often get caught up in the whirlwind of bad feelings like anger and sadness in today's stressful and unstable world. But did you know that more than 2,000 years ago, Stoic philosophers came up with golden rules to help people live peacefully and steadily, no matter what? Stoic philosophy teaches us that true strength doesn't come from controlling outside events and our thoughts and feelings. Instead, it comes from learning to see problems as opportunities, stop putting up with imaginary pains, and accept that life changes all the time. This will give you inner peace and an unmatched ability to bounce back from setbacks. Are you ready to take on the challenge and find your true power within? Come with me as I study these amazing principles and teach you how to live your life as if nothing is bothering you. This is a philosophy and the key to a happy, meaningful life. Get ready to change and become the strongest version of yourself. Number 1. View obstacles as opportunities. In life, problems are often seen as roadblocks that stop us from moving forward and make us angry. But a strong way to change your point of view is to see these problems as chances to grow and improve. We can turn problems into lessons and steps toward our goals if we change the way we think about them. This lesson talks about how to see things from this point of view and use problems to help you grow as a person and in your career. Change how you see things. Change your attitude. Instead of focusing on the problem or hassle, think about what the problem can teach you. Accept the challenge. See each problem as a chance to get better, gain knowledge, and become stronger. Look at the problem. Find the main problem. Figure out what's blocking your progress and why it's important. Check the effects. Figure out how the problem changes your plans and how the problem impacts your goals. Find the chance that's hidden. Seek learning experiences. When you get past a hurdle, look for new information or skills that you can learn. Look for other solutions. Problems and issues that come up often force people to think creatively and find new ways to solve them. Make a plan for doing good things. Make new plans. You can use the problem to reevaluate and set new goals that you can reach. Come up with a plan. Make a plan for how to deal with the problem and still reach your goals. Make yourself strong. Think about the problems you've faced in the past and how they have helped you grow. Strengthen your resolve. Every problem you solve makes you more confident and ready for the next one. Enjoy the little wins. Recognize progress. Enjoy every step you take toward getting past the problem. Keep yourself motivated by remembering that small wins add up and push you to keep going. Talk about your experience. Motivate others. Tell other people how you've turned problems into chances so they can learn from your experience. Build a support network. Spend time with people who understand what you're going through so you can learn and grow together. We can deal with problems in a proactive and positive way if we see problems as possibilities. When we see things this way, we can use possible setbacks as opportunities to grow and be successful. This way of thinking not only helps us get past the problems we're having now, but it also makes us more confident and strong for the problems we'll face in the future. Number 2, don't suffer imaginary pains. Most of the time we worry about things that haven't happened yet or might never happen. These made-up fears can cause stress, worry, and pain that aren't necessary. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, said, "We suffer more often in our minds than in real life." We can lessen this self-inflicted pain and live a more peaceful and satisfying life by focusing on the here and now and the things we can change. Find out where your anxiety is coming from. Know that a lot of our worries and fears come from making up things that haven't happened yet. If you don't do anything, these what-if thoughts can turn into worry. Pay attention to the present. Focus on the present moment. Focusing on what's happening now can help you feel less affected by fears you make up. Techniques like mindfulness and centering can help with this. Tell the difference between real and imagined dangers. Check to see if your fear is based on a real, present danger or a possible event in the future. If it's the second one, admit that it came from your mind. Use your brain to think logically. Questioning the truth of irrational thoughts can help you deal with them. In what ways do you know this will actually happen? You'll often find that your fears are overblown or not based in reality. Pay attention to what you can change. Stoicism tells us to accept what we can't change and focus on the things we can. That way you won't have to think as much about things that are out of your control. Get ready, but don't stress out. It's smart to get ready for problems that might come up, but don't let getting ready become an addiction. Make plans for the future, but don't let them take over your present happiness. Build up your resilience. Regularly practicing gratitude, acceptance, and self-compassion can help you build emotional strength. These habits can help you deal with real problems more effectively and lessen the effects of imagined ones. Limit your exposure to bad things. The media, social networks, and negative people can make our worries worse. Pay attention to your surroundings and stay away from things that make you anxious. Use visualizing in a good way. Instead of picturing the worst that could happen, use imagination to picture the best that could happen. This change can help you think more clearly and feel less stressed. When you need help, ask for it. If your imagined fears are getting the best of you, don't be afraid to ask for help from family, friends, or a mental health expert. Getting a different point of view can help break the cycle of anxious thinking sometimes. Getting these ideas and putting them into practice can help you focus less on imagined pain and more on what really counts. Number 3, embrace impermanence. Impermanence is an important part of life because it reminds us that everything is always changing. There is nothing that stays the same forever, not even the seasons, our feelings, or the people we are with. Accepting that things change over time helps us live in the present, enjoy the beauty of moments that don't last long, and let go of ties that make us suffer. Accepting that life is temporary can help us become strong, grateful, and at peace with ourselves. How to understand impermanence. Everything in life is temporary, from things we see to feelings we have. Knowing that things will change helps us get ready on a mental and emotional level. How to let go of attachments. Trying to hold on to things, people, or events that will change causes pain when they do. To practice detachment, don't hold on to the past or the future. Instead, focus on the present time. Getting free in change. We can grow and adapt to new situations when we are freed by change. Don't see change as a threat. See it as a chance. Taking pleasure in the present. Knowing that something won't last forever teaches us to enjoy the present moment. Mindfulness can help you fully feel and value every moment. Making people stronger. Accepting that things change over time makes us stronger, which helps us handle the ups and downs of life with ease. Knowing that hard times will end helps us keep our hope and sense of balance. Getting more grateful. We can learn to be grateful for what we have now by realizing that life is short. Being thankful helps us see the good things in our lives, even when things are hard. Being real and living. Accept that things change over time by living honestly and making decisions that are in line with who you really are. Do not wait for the perfect time to live your life. Live it to the fullest right now. Accepting that things change over time can help us live a more meaningful and satisfying life, free from worries and attachments that aren't necessary. Number 4, master the art of detachment. The practice of detachment means letting go of your emotional ties to things, people, and results. When you learn how to be detached, you can go through life with a clear head, inner peace, and strength. This idea comes from many philosophical and spiritual traditions, such as Stoicism and Buddhism. It can help you feel freer emotionally and think more clearly. How to understand detachment. What detachment means and why it's important for personal growth. There are 3 kinds of attachment: emotional, material, and spiritual. How connection hurts people and limits their freedom. Pros of developing detachment. Emotional strength. Lowering stress and worry. Better focus, the ability to pay attention to what's important. Love for others without needing or expecting anything in return leads to better relationships. Finding inner peace means being happy no matter what is going on in the outside world. Misconceptions people have about detachment. Detachment is not the same as not caring. It's about keeping your inner balance. Being detached doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It's about feeling things without being too affected by them. Detachment doesn't mean giving up what you want. It means giving up the need to control what happens. How to get better at detachment self-awareness. Figure out where you feel attached in your life. Mindfulness. Learn to be in the present moment and notice your thoughts and feelings without judging them. Acceptance. Let go of control and uncertainty. Letting go. Stop trying to control what will happen and focus on what you can change. Focusing on the present. Don't worry about the future or dwell on the past. Instead, live in the present time. Getting away in everyday life. Achieving a balance between love and independence in personal interactions through detachment. Practicing separation at work means focusing on the work itself instead of the results. Getting rid of material things, making life simpler and finding happiness in less. How hard it is to practice detachment. How to deal with the fear of change or loss. Keeping up with the social and cultural pressures to stay together. Getting past your own reluctance and bad habits. Thoughts and growth. Thinking about my own experiences with connection and detachment. Practice all the time and learn from your mistakes. Setting goals will help you get better at practicing distance. You will learn how to master the art of detachment in this lesson. This will help you live a more healthy, peaceful, and satisfying life. Number 5. Practice daily reflection. A powerful exercise that promotes self-reflection, growth, and awareness is daily reflection. We can learn a lot about our behavior, choices, and emotions by taking time every day to think about what we've done, thought, and experienced. This practice not only helps us understand what happened, but it also shows us how to make better decisions in the future. Daily thought is an important part of growing as a person. It helps you become more self-aware and leads to a more balanced, meaningful life. Figuring out why reflection is important. Reflection helps us make sense of our feelings, understand our events, and spot patterns in the way we act. It helps us be more in line with our real selves by making our values, goals, and motivations clear. Setting up a routine. You should set aside a certain time every day to think, like in the morning or before bed. A journal, meditation, or guided prompts can help you organize your thoughts. Using a journal to help you think. Note down what you felt, what you thought, and what you did that day. Think about what you learned, what you're thankful for, and how you can get better. Going over goals and progress. Think about your long-term and short-term goals. Look at the steps you've taken to reach your goals and decide what changes need to be made. Do an emotional check-in. Recognize and deal with all of your feelings, good and bad. Learn about the things that make you feel certain emotions and the deeper reasons behind them. Making learning from mistakes. Think about the mistakes or problems you had today. Figure out what you learned and how you can use it in the future. How to show gratitude. Every day, take some time to think about what you're grateful for. Being grateful makes you feel better and changes the way you see life. Being mindful and present. You can become more aware of your thoughts and behaviors by reflecting. Try to be in the present moment and enjoy your day to the fullest. Long-term thoughts. Look over your thoughts every so often to find long-term patterns and growth. Use what you've learned to make smart choices about your future. Making reflection a part of your daily life. Every day you must make reflection a part of your habit. Slowly bring it into other parts of your life, like your work, relationships, and personal growth. Have you ever stopped at the end of the day to think about what you did, how you felt, and what you thought? Daily thought is an important part of Stoic philosophy because it helps us evaluate ourselves again, learn from our mistakes, and get better every day. Once we take the time to reflect, we not only look back at what we have done, but we also learn more about ourselves, which opens up chances for change and growth. Imagine writing down what you experienced, what you did well, and what you need to work on every night in a journal. Here's a question for you. What did you do today to make progress? Is there anything you regret, and what would you do differently tomorrow? Jesus also told us to think about things and pray every day. In the Bible, he says, "Seek and you will find, knock, and the door will be opened to you." This teaching tells us that by thinking about things and praying, we will receive knowledge and direction. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor and Stoic philosopher, practiced daily reflection through his writings and meditations. He recorded his thoughts, struggles, and philosophies not only to admonish himself, but also to share with future generations. He constantly reminded us that reflection prepares our minds to face any challenge. When you practice daily reflection, you not only understand yourself better, but also build a resilient, patient, and compassionate spirit. You will find yourself becoming calmer and more clear-headed in decisions and actions. So what will you reflect on tonight? Let each day be not just an existence, but a step forward in your journey of self-improvement through constant reflection and learning. Stoic philosophy and Jesus' teachings will always be a source of inspiration and guidance on our path to peace and perfection. We are halfway through today's lesson. Your participation is a great encouragement for us in our journey to bring the true values of Stoic philosophy to more people. So please like and share this video to spread these lessons to your family and friends, or leave a comment saying, "I cherish my life," if you are ready for the journey with the next 5 lessons. Number 6, cultivate inner peace. In a world filled with constant noise, stress, and external demands, finding inner peace can seem like an elusive goal. However, cultivating inner peace is not just a possibility. It's a necessity for leading a balanced and fulfilling life. Inner peace allows us to navigate challenges with grace, maintain clarity in our thoughts, and connect deeply with ourselves and others. This lesson will explore practical strategies to help you cultivate and sustain a sense of inner calm amidst the chaos of daily life. Lesson points. Understand the concept of inner peace. Inner peace is a state of mental and emotional calmness with no anxiety, stress, or worry. It's about being centered, regardless of external circumstances. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or mindful walking. Focus on the present moment, which reduces stress and promotes calm. Embrace acceptance. Accept things you cannot change and focus on what you can control. Let go of the need for perfection and embrace imperfections. Develop emotional awareness. Recognize and understand your emotions without being overwhelmed by them. Use emotional intelligence to respond calmly and wisely to life's challenges. Simplify your life. Declutter both your physical space and your mind. Prioritize what truly matters and eliminate unnecessary distractions. Practice gratitude. Regularly reflect on what you're grateful for, which shifts focus from stress to positivity. Gratitude journaling can be a powerful tool in cultivating inner peace. Engage in regular self-care. Take time for activities that rejuvenate your mind and body, like exercise, hobbies, or spending time in nature. Self-care is essential for maintaining your inner calm. Cultivate compassion. Be kind to yourself and others, reducing inner conflict and fostering peace. Compassion helps in letting go of grudges and negative emotions. Set boundaries. Learn to say no to demands that drain your energy or disturb your peace. Setting healthy boundaries protects your mental and emotional well-being. Connect with a higher purpose, whether through spirituality, religion, or a sense of purpose. Connecting with something larger than yourself can bring profound inner peace. Reflect on your values and align your actions with them. These practices, when integrated into daily life, can help you cultivate a lasting sense of inner peace. Number 7. Develop resilience through adversity. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges and adversities, emerging stronger and wiser. Life is unpredictable and facing difficulties is inevitable. However, the way we respond to these challenges can define our growth and success. Building resilience isn't about avoiding hardships, but rather developing the mental, emotional, and physical strength to navigate through them. This lesson will explore key strategies to develop resilience, helping you turn adversity into an opportunity for personal growth. Key points. Acknowledge your emotions. Recognize and accept your feelings during tough times. Suppressing emotions can lead to long-term stress, whereas acknowledging them is the first step towards healing and resilience. Maintain a growth mindset. Embrace challenges as opportunities for learning. A growth mindset encourages you to see failures and setbacks as temporary and surmountable, rather than permanent obstacles. Build strong relationships. Cultivate a support network of family, friends, or mentors. Strong relationships provide emotional support and different perspectives, which are crucial during times of adversity. Practice self-care. Take care of your physical and mental health through regular exercise, healthy eating, and adequate sleep. Self-care helps maintain your energy levels and mental clarity, making it easier to handle stress. Set realistic goals. Break down overwhelming challenges into manageable tasks. Setting and achieving small goals can create a sense of accomplishment and motivate you to keep moving forward. Learn from past experiences. Reflect on how you've handled previous challenges. Identifying past successes and lessons learned can provide a blueprint for navigating current adversities. Cultivate optimism. Focus on what you can control and maintain a positive outlook. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, but rather believing in your ability to overcome them. Develop problem-solving skills. Approach challenges with a problem-solving mindset. Identifying the root of the problem and brainstorming solutions can help you take proactive steps towards resolution. Embrace flexibility and adaptability. Life rarely goes as planned. Being flexible and adaptable allows you to adjust to changing circumstances without becoming overwhelmed. Seek professional help if needed. Sometimes, adversity can be overwhelming, and it's okay to seek help from a therapist or counselor. Professional guidance can provide you with tools and strategies to build resilience. Have you ever thought about why problems happen? Are they just short-term problems, or are they really chances for us to grow? The Stoic philosophy says that hardship makes us stronger and more steadfast, and that every challenge is a chance to get better. When we face hardship, we can either let it defeat us or use it as a way to train ourselves. Think about the times you've faced hardships in your life. Did those experiences make you stronger and more resilient? Viktor Frankl, a Jewish psychologist who lived through the Holocaust, wrote in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, that we can find meaning in our suffering and use it to get through anything. Frankl used his own extreme suffering to inspire him to study resilience and life's meaning. Imagine going through a major life change like losing a loved one, failing in your career, or being sick. You might feel defeated, but this is also when you can find meaning. Your strength inside. In the Bible, Jesus taught us about being strong through hardships. He said, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." This teaching tells us not to be afraid of hardships because they will lead us to victory and peace. Being strong through hardships not only makes us stronger, but it also helps us learn more about ourselves and the value of patience and bravery. Stoic philosophers and Jesus showed us how to deal with problems and find the meaning of life. Let these lessons inspire and guide us as we work to become more resilient. Join the talk in the comments below. How do you deal with problems? Do you let them get the best of you, or do you see them as chances to grow? We can't wait to hear your story. Number 8. Don't create your upsets. Life is full of trials and problems that you can't avoid. How we deal with these problems, on the other hand, often decides how stressed and upset we feel. A lot of the things that make us upset aren't caused by outside events, but by the way we think and act. This lesson looks at how we can keep ourselves from causing extra stress by controlling how we see and react to things that happen in our lives. Figuring out what perception and reality are, know that how we think about things often causes us stress, not the things themselves. Learn to tell the difference between what is real and the lies we tell ourselves. The power of thought. Learn how the things we think affect how we feel and what we do. Mindfulness can help you notice when you're thinking negatively. Controlling your emotions. Learn ways to control your emotions, like taking deep breaths and waiting before you respond. Having an attitude of understanding will help you deal with things you can't change. Reframing your thoughts. Learn how to change your bad thoughts into positive ones that will help you. Even when things are hard, be thankful and focus on the good things. Putting down the guns, realize that you can't control everything, and let go of the need to be in charge of every result. Accept that you don't know what will happen and have faith that you can handle it. The Stoic ways follow the advice of the Stoics, like concentrating on what you can change and accepting what you can't. Know that we often get upset when we want things to be different from how they are. Getting stronger emotionally. Regular self-care and self-reflection will help you handle tough emotions better. Instead of being depressing, look at failures as chances to grow. Exercises for real life. To help you follow these rules, include activities like writing in a journal, meditating, and keeping a record of your thoughts. Encourage regular practice to make these habits part of your life and cut down on the number of times you make yourself upset. The goal of this lesson is to give you the tools you need to take charge of your inner world, lower stress that isn't necessary, and develop a calmer, stronger mind. Remember the times small things have been bothering you, a careless word, something not going your way, or even bad weather. Are these things really as bad as you think they are, or have you made them worse than they need to be? Jesus also told us not to let worries and troubles take over our lives. In the Bible, he says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothing." This teaching encourages us to trust God and not let small worries get in the way of our peace. For example, if you're stuck in traffic on your way to an important appointment, your first reaction might be anger, anxiety, and blaming yourself for not leaving earlier. But you can stop and ask yourself, will this anger help me get there any faster? What can I do to make this situation better? If you stay calm, accept what's happening, and use the time to think or listen to an audiobook, you will find that your stress level goes down a lot. When you realize that many of your problems are caused by yourself, you will start to change how you see and react to things. Instead of getting upset over small things, you will learn to let go and focus on what really matters. You will find that your life becomes much lighter and more enjoyable. So what will you do from now on? Will you make unnecessary problems or live a peaceful life focusing on positive and meaningful things? These ideas, along with Jesus' lessons, will always help you find the way to real peace and happiness. Ever wonder why you feel lost sometimes even though you know what you want to achieve? Stoic philosophy says that what matters is not what we want to achieve, but how we approach and carry it out. The principle of focus on the how, not the what, stresses that actions and methods are the keys to success and inner peace. If you understand and apply this principle, you can stop worrying about outcomes and start focusing on your actions and responses. When you focus on how you handle situations, you gain control over your peace and well-being, which makes it easier to deal with life's challenges. Let's think about these lessons and figure out how to apply them to our everyday lives. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. How do you deal with small problems? Do you let them ruin your peace, or do you try to deal with them in a healthy way? We can't wait to hear your stories and talk about how Stoic ideas can help us live better lives. Number 9, focus on the how, not the what. When you focus on the steps and method, you'll see that every step, no matter how small, has value. For example, instead of just wanting to get rich, Set the goal of working hard, learning, and saving every day. These small steps build the foundation for bigger goals. Let's say you are building a house. If you only care about getting it done and don't pay attention to every brick and detail, will the house be as strong and beautiful as you want it to be? By paying close attention to the steps, you can be sure that everything is done properly, which will lead to a good end result. Jesus also taught us the value of method in action. He said, "Anyone who can be trusted with a little can also be trusted with much." This reminds us that being careful and dedicated in small things leads to big things. Think of a sculptor. For them, it's not the finished piece that matters, but the skillful strokes and tiny details that they pay close attention to. Have you ever wondered, if I focus on each small step and do my best, the end result will come to me naturally? If you focus on the process instead of just the outcome, you'll find that every day is meaningful and every action has value. Remember that progress comes from specific, consistent, and intentional actions. So are you ready to focus on the process step by step and let the good results naturally follow? Start today by paying attention to every small action and doing everything with dedication and hard work. You will see that life is much more meaningful and fulfilling when you focus on the process instead of just the outcome. Number 10. Prioritize rationality over emotions. Have you ever felt bad about choices you made when you were upset? Stoic philosophy tells us to put ourselves first. I choose reason over emotion when making decisions because reason brings calmness and clarity, while emotions often lead to rash actions and regret. In our daily lives, we face situations that need careful thought. When we let reason lead us, we can see things more objectively and make better decisions. Think about a time when you were angry and said or did something you later felt bad about. You might realize that things could have turned out differently if you had taken a moment to think things through and let reason take its course. In the Bible, Jesus also taught us about self-control and being wise. For example, he said, "The wise man builds his house on the rock, and the rain came down in streams. Rose and the wind blew and hit that house, but it didn't fall because it was built on a rock." This teaching stresses the importance of a solid foundation, which stands for reason in making decisions and building a life. For example, when you're faced with a tough situation at work, you can either get angry or anxious right away, or you can take a deep breath and think about what to do next. Which will you choose? Putting reason ahead of emotion doesn't mean we have to completely hide our feelings. Instead, we need to learn how to control and direct our emotions so they serve reason and don't make us make bad decisions. When reason and emotion work together, life is balanced. So the next time you have to make a big choice, ask yourself what your reason says will be best for you in the long run. If you let your mind lead you, you will make smarter choices that will bring you peace and happiness. Stoic philosophy and Jesus' teachings give us the tools and direction we need to live a rational, peaceful, and meaningful life. In this article, we looked at 10 powerful principles of Stoic philosophy that can help us live a peaceful life that isn't shaken by problems or challenges. These principles aren't just abstract ideas. They're real-life guides that can help us face every situation with calmness and clarity of thought. Remember that problems aren't problems. They're opportunities for growth and development. Don't let imaginary pains drain your spirit. Accept that life is temporary and master it. How to teach yourself to let go and find freedom and peace. It's good to think about yourself every day, and putting logic ahead of emotion can help you make better choices. You can live a life full of worries and emotions, or you can choose the path of reason and inner peace. The choice is yours. If you follow these Stoic principles in your daily life, you will become stronger, calmer, and less bothered by small things. Thanks for taking the time to learn about Stoic philosophy with me. Keep going on your path to happiness and peace within yourself. Do not forget to join the channel. Please like and share this video to help spread good values. I hope you have a happy and meaningful life.